Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to another edition of Hard Workin'. Alright, what got going on today? First of all, we have a sugar beet harvest started and ready to go. And I'm going to turn that down because that's loud in my ears. There we go. Let's get inside. So, this guy is going to be doing this. As you can see, he's going to be doing the sugar beet harvest here. So what I have him set up to do is do, I think it's about 6 headlands first and then go up and down. And that's mainly just to avoid the trees that are over there. So, having said that, we have this guy right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy set up as well. Because I want him to be able to unload this guy. Alright, so it would not be this course, it would be something else. So, let's just get this guy started over here. What we'll do is, we'll set it up so this guy starts like this, right around here. And then we'll go straight. That's probably good. And, actually, I wonder if that accepts sugar beets. It might actually. It's possible. Wouldn't be the first time. So what we're going to do is going to drop this trailer real quick right here. And then going to swing around here. Like this. I'm going to do this. Straighten the trailer out. And then what we're going to do is going to back up here. Right in the middle like this. And then what will happen is, I'm just going to go all the way back here just so I make sure. And then we'll go forward. And then just drive straight into the field. Hopefully this will work as well as I want it to, but you never know. Alright, let's see. There we go. That's good. And we'll call this F1 unload beets, because they are sugar beets, of course. Alright, perfect. Let's see if that works. Now I only have the small trailer still, but it'll work fine. I wonder how loud in my ears this all the vehicles seem really, really loud right now. But often what happens is when I record, the sound of the vehicles isn't that loud. You can hear it, but it's just faint. I don't know, so in my mind that's a little too loud there. Well, we'll see what happens. Alright, so let's see what we get. We have this, and select it manually. Not that it really makes a difference at this point. And set it to drive now. Let's see what happens here. So of course, as you remember, with Courseplay it doesn't destroy the crops, which is a nice little addition. Which is excellent. Let's see. He's not quite full yet, but he's getting there. The reason why I have him set to do headlands, just like I said, just to make sure he misses all of these trees over here. Actually doing a pretty good job. One thing I should do actually is there is a new version of Courseplay, well, developer version at least, of Courseplay that I could potentially get. Also, big news. Farming Simulator Giants has announced another DLC. It's a New Holland DLC. It's a New Holland forage harvester. It has a what does it have? It basically has everything the Crone Big X has. That's what it boils down to. It's what, $4.99 US I think it is, or $5.99 US. And there also is a free DLC for New Holland as well, which has a I don't know, do I have it installed? I don't think I do. Let's see, it's a telehandle. No. But there is a New Holland telehandle, and there's also a New Holland, another one as well. So there is actually 2 of them. So let's go ahead and request this guy. And let's see what he does. Interesting. You can see how this side of the field seeded versus the other side. It's kind of funny, actually. So much quieter in here. let's see, is that guy's coming out here? This is good. So this holds quite a bit. Holds what, 24,000 liters, and that little trailer holds like 8,000 liters or something like that. So what I'll probably have to do is probably have to set that guy up so he unloads this combine a little bit faster. Harvester. One sec, coffee break. Coffee. Alright, let's see what happens here. So there is the unload point. It's lowering down. Let's see. It seems to be working, although... oh, there it is. Nice. So, this is the guy we're curious about. It only holds 8,500 liters. I could actually upgrade that to something else. I have the money for it now, but this will actually just work fine for this. Apparently, we missed it a little bit when we seeded. I wonder why. That's weird. I guess this is where Courseplay took over. That's weird, though. Alright, let's see how this works. This is that little backing up course that I just recorded for you guys, so you can see what it looks like. So that guy is going to go around the bend now, and he's going to do another headland. And we're going to see how this works. Alright, so this is the situation. So he's going to go around like this, and going to come back out, and he should be able to back up and unload without a problem. Should be in the keyword, of course. Alright, let's see how this works. So he's going to turn, he's going to straighten out here, and let's see if he does what he's supposed to do. It's funny, Courseplay makes it look so easy backing up. It should just start unloading once it hits the... there it goes. Perfect. There you go. It's one of the nice things about these types of trailers. They work really well for that. Perfect. Also, I put this little... I don't know when I got this, but I got this not too long ago. This is for wood chips. Obviously that says wood chips. It says Hackschnitzel. So yeah, those are wood chips. I put that. I don't know when I put that there. Although I did run into a problem. This guy, I picked up the Brooks chipper because I was going to chip a little stuff off, but this chipper pulled behind, or with this behind it, actually doesn't work because there's too much of a distance between the two. So what we're going to try real quick is we're just going to rent a different tractor just to see if it works. Let's go into tractors. So we need something that's a bit shorter but still equally powerful. Obviously those don't work. That bothered me a little bit, actually. Alright, so let's try... what do we have here? I'm looking for... I guess I'm looking for a European tractor. Is that new? I don't remember getting that. This could work, actually. Oh, that must be from Beavis. He sent me a couple links. Oh, I have lots of random... lots of random ones, apparently. I thought I had another one. Sorry, I'm just randomly noting something. Nope, 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 nope. Anyways, I know what tractor we're going to rent. So let's go ahead and... I don't think we have any American tractors that are... actually, I just need a fairly big one, but these ones might be too long. That's why I'm not opting for that. That's... actually, that might be enough. This black one will probably be fine. So let's rent this for just an hour, just to see if it'll work. Okie doke. And we'll just have them deliver that tractor. Here we go. Now what I'm curious about is just whether this is going to work with the setup we have right now. Because the problem we're running into is the fact that it's just too much of a distance between the two, and that's the problem. Alright, so as you can see, I have a few trees felled already. Sorry, I wanted to use that word for whatever reason. No one uses that word though. Oh, there we are. I cut down a few trees is what I'm saying, basically. So yeah, I started working on this little section already, just to see how things are working. And what I'm going to do is going to see if I can get this to work properly. I would have liked to have used the Xerion for this. That would have been, you know, ideal, because I already had a tractor that could it can pull it and use it, not a problem. But the problem is with the wood chips and the actual the distance between the two. So that is the problem. There we go. So let's back this up. So let's go ahead and give this a go. Yeah, it's fine now. So this is the or is it? Yep, that's fine. So it's just that tractor is just a little bit too much, too I don't know, long, I guess is the word I'm looking for, really. All right, so let's deal with a couple of these trees. So I just instead of is it actually on now? No, I didn't think so. Oh, there we go. Instead of actually having to blog the whole time, I guess, decide do this for a few trees. Also, it helps for a little bit of extra source of income. Nope, that did not go in there. Does that not take wood chips? I bet it doesn't. It should. Oh, so many random little problems. I don't. It doesn't even say. I could have sworn I've used this for wood chips. The question is, why didn't that work? Maybe it's the same problem. I don't know. Oh no, there it goes. That's weird. Yeah, I think it actually is just a little bit too... it's just a little bit too long, I think, still. So that's the problem we're running into. Really? That's just a little bit too tall? Is that what you're telling me? So, this is the Brooks chipper. I did a spotlight on it a while back. Very handy for stuff like this. If you're like me and you're not a huge fan of the logging side of things, but you need to do some logging, so this is a nice way of dealing with them. Is it a bit cheaty? Yes, of course it is. But it gets the job done. I don't think that all went... Yeah, I think it's still the same. It's still a little bit too long with this dolly trailer, it seems like. So, you can do it, but you have to be careful because if you are not careful, you will miss it. But it's weird how... Yeah, so you can see it... You can see how it actually... it kind of found it there, but... I don't know. It's pulling it towards it, that's funny. I don't know why that's the case, though. Yeah, see, that totally missed. Oh, so that's the problem. So maybe if I use a slightly different trailer, it might be fine. One that's a bit closer. That's possible, of course. Oh my goodness. Let's just get that little tiny log there. So even, it taunts me. Even when I'm trying to get a little tiny log, it'll do the same thing, so... Oh, there it goes. Got stuck in the dolly. Oh, goodness. Apparently I'm a terrible driver today. Sure, it gets that. Go figure. Alright, so that's good to know then. So it might just be the trailer. So if I get a trailer that doesn't get pulled so far behind, maybe, like this, it might be fine. Yeah, you just gotta be careful. Alright. Alright. Let's turn that off. And let's detach that. So that's good to know. I didn't want to do that all episode, I just wanted to test that a little bit. Let's go ahead and just return that, because we really don't need that tractor just laying about. And making it one extra thing. So return vehicle, yes please. Huh. I wonder if that's the return vehicle. I upgraded to the latest version of the rental mod, or at least I think I did at least, because I ran into a random problem where I'm like, oh, it just crashed. I'm like, I wonder if that's because I haven't upgraded to the newest version of the rental mod. And then when I upgraded, I tried the same thing, not a problem, so it might have been the reason, might not have been. Alright, this guy's chilling out there, this guy's chilling out there. He's still finishing up. I'm going around circles. So, yeah, like I said, the headland is probably the most, well, not the most important, but But I'm actually surprised how much he's not missing, to be honest with you. Like, very, very little is being missed. And I don't know if that's partly, I don't know if it's going to be due to, I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that this huge machine is actually fairly agile. Oh no, there it goes. There's a huge part missed up there. Okay. It's fairly agile. You can actually turn it like almost on a dime. It's pretty ridiculous what you can do with it. So yeah, this is the part where I just had to set it up so it does the headland, so. Sometimes you just gotta work it out like that. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna let this guy run for a little bit. I'm gonna try this tractor with a different trailer to see if I can't figure it out. Can't see if I can get it to work. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, welcome back. So I found a combination that works. It's just not pretty at all, as you can see. So these two combinations with this trailer right here and the chipper, and the chipper apparently work together, and apparently running over trees is not a good idea. So yeah, they do work together. It is basically the thing I'm just checking is to see if this tracks the whole time, because if it doesn't track or doesn't follow the trailer itself, then you know you're gonna have a problem. Now it doesn't look pretty at all though. Like, it looks really that's one thing to keep in mind though. So it does work, but it's not a pretty solution. So that's pretty cool actually. So I've just been cutting down a few trees, just checking to make sure this works properly. So what I'll probably do is, when next time I go to do this, I'll just know I'll know what item to rent. So it's not a problem. So there we go, perfect. And you can turn that off. Yeah, it's strange. There actually doesn't appear to be a PTO in the front, although there's the 3-point hitch, so I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe there is in real life, I don't know for sure, but this works well, so I'll probably continue using this. But for the time being, got 52 minutes left on that. Okay, perfect. Excellent. So this guy's finishing up, I think, what's his 1, 2, 3, 4 probably. So what I'll do is I will take over now. Oops. Start. This is the driver I wanted to stop. So like I said, I'll take over and go inside the cab, because that's way loud outside the cab. Alright, let's do this, and this, and this. Perfect. I love GPS. So yeah, I've actually never seen one of these in real life. Can I lower the pipes out? Okay, perfect. I've never seen one of these in real life before, but I have seen some pretty intense other styles of harvester or potato-related harvesters. I went to a show a while back, and the whole idea behind the show. Do I need to lower that? Oh, maybe that isn't out. Okay. So, I went to a show and I saw like quite a few different random vehicles and implements that you use for potato harvesting. And it's some of the stuff they need is crazy. Like, I've seen windrowers before, like putting 6 windrows or 6 rows of potatoes into one, and then you come by with one of these guys and pick it all up. It's nuts. Now that's potato farming on like a huge scale, right? And definitely a possibility. A lot of people, not everybody does it, but it is something that's, you know, people do, of course. So anyways, but it was pretty cool to see for the very first time when I saw all of that machinery and whatnot. So alright, let's turn around. This is what I love about this thing. Like, look at this. Like, how crazy of a turn is that? I really should have lifted the I don't know, can you lift it? I don't think you can lift it easily. I'll try next time. But yeah, like some of the stuff they have nowadays is just intense. Like this alone, like, you know, you think to actually have one of these on your farm nowadays, the amount of potatoes you would have to have would just be ridiculous. Like my in-laws, for example, they have a single row potato harvester, and they do, I don't know, was it like 5 acres or something like that? Maybe it's more than that now, but let's just say it's like 5 acres roughly. So, and they only use a single row potato harvester, and now it takes like no time at all, basically. Still, they did upgrade actually recently. I showed you, there was a video on my channel about that. I think it's the Grimmy SL75 or something like that, maybe, if memory serves. But that's an example of a single row potato harvester, and that's the one that that you can use, and it works fairly well, even for fairly large scale. Well, I'll say small scale still, but it's not a huge. It's not huge, but you know, when you get beside it and you're standing beside it, it's pretty big, but it's still not the size of like one of these harvesters, for example, which is just enormous. This is obviously beets, not potatoes, but just wanted to clarify that I knew what these were. Toby Moby would be oh, you can raise it. Oh, okay, cool. Toby Moby would be blushing. Not blushing, it's the wrong word. Red with rage if I didn't know what these were. He'd be like the Hulk. It's like, feed me beets. And then I would start beatboxing. No. I'm joking. Don't know how to beatbox at all. Some people do though. Some people are pretty good at it, actually. Some people are pretty good at it. Anyways, going back to that thought, I'm all over the place today apparently. Going back to the thought about the new DLC that's out. Actually, it's going to be pretty cool. There's a the Forge Harvester DLC, and there's also a free DLC that comes with it. I believe that's the ones that came with the. It's the New Hollands that came with the Xbox, but didn't come with the PC version. So I think that's the reason why, or what came with it at least. So, or what's coming out at least. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how some people think it's a little expensive for what you get. Like if you compare the New Holland DLC to, oh, I don't know, let's say the JCB DLC, like the difference is quite significant. Like the JCB DLC, you get what? You get 2 tractors, you get a wheel loader, you get a telehandle, you get a skid steer. But in the DLC, you get the new DLC, the paid DLC, you get the one thing. So I don't know. Like some people are of a different mind. Some people are like, well, I don't think I'll buy it because it's too expensive. Other people are like, no, I'll buy it because then I'll be able to support giants. Other people are like, no, I don't want to support a DLC driven model. But you know, a lot of companies these days are going the DLC route because they make a solid game and then they go DLC. Like, what's a really good example of that? Train Simulator, for example. If you ever looked at the number of DLCs you can get for Train Sim, it's ridiculous. So many. You can buy, I don't know, it's like 10,000 Canadian dollars worth. Like, it's just silly how much you can actually get. Like, a little overwhelming if you're like, oh, Train Sim's awesome. Then you're like, oh my goodness. I was actually looking at a Train Sim DLC. It was a Canadian one, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool. Because it's like out in West Canada, and I was like, but I should really look at it closely to see what you actually get, because it's a whole new route, and I think it's the only Canadian one I've seen so far. So, would be kind of cool to check it out, but it's $20, so I don't know how many times I would play it, and like I'd have to check to see what it included. Like I think it includes this Canadian National Train. I think it also includes a new route as well. But outside that, I don't know. So, a few different things, let's say. But as you can see the little marks right here. That's obviously that's partially from the seeding. It looks like, for whatever reason, and it's also partially because of. Actually, at least this thing doesn't seem to do it. I've just noticed it doesn't. It was strange because the other harvester. Oh, actually, you know what it is? It's only the front. It looks like it's only the front tracks that are actually making the marks. Yeah. Huh. It looks that way, at least. But I thought it was going to be all the rear wheels as well, but it appears to be only the front wheels, or the front tracks, I should say. Anyways, folks, what I'll do is I'll continue harvesting this off camera, because this is going to take a little bit of time, as sugar beet harvests always do. And until next time, my friends, I will catch you guys later. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015. See you guys later.